as tough as.
Welcome to Beast Mode Camping. Today we've got another exciting review in store. When you go camping, a lot of your gear is going to be heavy, but not all gear has to be. Today we're doing a review of the Flextail Max Pump 3. Let's check it out. So if you go camping as much as I do, you're constantly looking for things to make your life easier. Blown up air pads and stuff just sucks. So I am always reviewing these latest pumps. Here in a little bit, I'm gonna get all my pumps and do them in one video, but today we're looking at the Max Pump 3. Let's see if this thing's any different. Now the old one did about half of what this one does. This one says 500 liters a minute. I believe the old one was 250. Now before we dive into the fun stuff, let's see what's in the box. Inside the box, we've got another box. It's a fake box. Ooh, look at that. Now let's get into what makes this thing special. The Flextail Max Pump 3 is designed for a myriad of outdoor tasks. Look at that, it even comes apart. And at 500 liters per minute, you know this thing's gonna be able to pump your stuff up quick. It's really odd the way this thing's designed, because if you look right here, like, this is a nice plastic case here. Oh, I thought this was all one piece, but it's not. So it's open in the middle. I'm gonna need to figure out why this front piece needs to come off. We'll look at that here in a minute. And just like the Flextail Tiny Pump, this is not only a pump, but check this out. I don't even know if you can see that, but it's got lights on it. It's got a different light here. Then both of them together went off. Pretty cool. It's also got this little carabiner so you can hang it, place it on a table, and there's also, I didn't get it, but you can also get this little tripod that goes with it so you can stick it up and kind of raise it up or down or whatever. Oh, but I did get the tripod connector. I didn't even realize it. This one's a tripod connector. It goes on right there. You can put it on. I'll show you here in a minute. So again, it's all about dual functionality, especially when you're going hiking. Now, while this thing weighs next to nothing, it's still probably heavier than the tiny pump. I'll need to get them on the scale to see. Actually, that'll be in a future video. But this one weighs. Let's see what else is in the box here. Instructions, got a charging cable, and a bunch of adapters. Now, some of these are plastic, and this one is rubber, and the rest of these are plastic. So they're giving you an assortment of different nozzles. One's for inflatable pool toys, beds, obviously different air mattresses, and even one for a vacuum storage bag. Looks like you can snap them into place. Makes a nice tight seal. Okay, maybe almost too tight. Am I gonna get this out of here?
Actually, just apply some force to get it out of there.
Not supposed to
I don't
go
think
in
it's
there?
gonna break. However, with my big meaty claws, generally I end up breaking stuff, so I was being a little cautious with it.
Okay, you just pull it off and it comes right off. Got a USB charging port right here. From 0 to 99%, there'll be a red indicator at the bottom here. And once it hits 100%, it'll turn green. Now you've only got a couple different buttons. You've got one for the pump, one for the lantern, and this piece unscrews. Bing. Let's see why this unscrews. It does not say. So my guess is it's more of a protective cover, and in case it gets too scratched up, you can probably just get a new one. Oh, and it comes with a little bag. You can put it in here. With modern gear, charging needs to be universal and fast. And this one just so happens to use the USB-C connector, which is probably the most abundant these days. All right, but let's get down to the real test. How fast can it inflate something? Let me grab my sleeping pad and I'll be right back. This is my REI Helix. Absolutely love this pad. Let's give it a whirl. Go ahead and use this one. So again, I'm just gonna add this one to the top piece. Man, these things are like machine fit, like super tight. And here goes nothing. While we're doing this, I'll go ahead and put an on-screen timer somewhere in this neighborhood so we can see exactly how long it took to fill this up. Three, two, one. That's about done. And that is solid. I don't even know if that was a minute. I don't know if I want to put this through the ringer again like I did the zero pump, but if you want to watch that video, you can find that right here. On the zero pump video, I wanted to see how much the battery life lasted, so I did it like, I think it was close 20, 30 times. Actually, I got bored before it was finished. This filled up really fast though, so it's time to get rid of this. The other thing I really like about these is not only filling up air mattresses, but stoking the fires. So that's where the other tubes come in. Let me put this away and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I think I just noticed something too. Oh, we're gonna have fun today. Now everybody knows when you're camping, you've gotta keep your fire lit. And part of keeping your fire lit is being able to stoke that fire. Now that's gonna come with either you buy a bellow, use your breath. I've talked about this thing a number of times. I love this little gadget. However, how about not having to use your breath? And let's use one of these. I just noticed that not only can you switch these things out, but look at this guy. It looks like it's gonna fit this thing about perfect. Let's check this out. And that is a nice taut fit. Another thing I just noticed as I blew this onto the ground is they're orange. I had no problem finding it off the ground. Some of my other gear, not so much. I've lost a ton of pegs and things that are kind of same color as the environment. So thumbs up to that one, Flextail. Now, while I may not have a fire going right now, I think you get the point. It's 90 degrees out here. I'm not starting a fire. Now, the other thing about this, and I really wish I had a compression bag with me, and I don't mean the compression bags with the straps. I mean the ones where you put your clothes in and suck all the air out. Because you put this on this side, this pump is strong. Some of the other pumps on the market, they get a little bit of resistance and they really stop working, but this one, I mean, it really feels like it's got a lot of, it's got a pretty good suction to it before it gives up. Now it says something about basic and turbo mode, so let's see if we can figure that one out. Okay, so it starts on turbo mode and goes down from there. If you double click it, turns it on, and if you hold it, it goes down a little bit, so really saves on battery life. So it says it can go from 25 minutes on full blast to 60 minutes if you lower it. So what do you guys think? Flextail Max Pump 3 is a buy? I'm gonna go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I definitely think so. It feels like it's got solid construction, metal where it needs to be, plastic where it needs to be. This thing, it just feels tight. Feels like you can abuse it. I don't even want to drop it because it does kind of look like a work of art. I do really like it though, and it feels like it's probably 2 or 3 times faster than my other pumps. At any rate, gang, thanks for joining me for the review of the Flextail Max Pump 3. I kind of like it, and this is probably gonna be my new go-to for hiking and just about everything. Don't forget to check back and we'll see how it's held up over the months or years.
If you like this type of content, make sure you check out our YouTube channel where we have hundreds of videos just like this. If you want to see our newest adventures, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss another video.